Hey there, been a while. Join me on my madness. It is Tuesday. On Thursday, we got a call from the Children's Hospital saying that family emergency with one of the doctors. Can you come in on Tuesday? So a little short notice, blah, blah, blah. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make this work. So I had to figure out my patient schedules, and I didn't want any of my patients to be sacrificed for my own needs. I just moved everyone up and like overbooked myself and have been just on the go. But now I just got done with my last patient. I'm driving home and I literally, it's the bare minimum of time. I have to like go in the house, get dressed, and then we have to go. We're going to the Children's Hospital because he has this exam for the Center of Disability and Development, and it's supposed to be an all-day exam, but this one specific doctor wanted to get us in before that big appointment. We're only seeing one doctor today, and I don't even know what it's for, to be honest with you. And then in a week, we'll go back for the all-day portion. But I'm gonna get home, get dressed, get on the road, and then we'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye. We made it to the Children's Hospital on time. We just got our vitals checked and we're waiting for the doctor now. He's just really tuckered out already. Are you sleepy, boy? Oh, buddy. So the doctor just came in and just evaluated his muscle tone, his reflexes, checked his ears, went over just different things that he's doing and not doing at home. Just did an overall exam of Jensen. We showed her a video of Jensen when he gets his tremors. She does want us to send that to our neurologist and kind of see if Jensen needs an EEG. Measures the brain and it can detect if he has seizures without him in a current episode for the tremors. Otherwise, we're waiting to hear about that, and then we'll do his all-day appointment where they're checking his occupational therapy, physical therapy, just getting another all-day exam on how he's doing. And that will be in a week. Right, bud? Yeah. Yeah. You're squirm. You're squirm. Say bye-bye. Before I get too talking, let's play with Jensen because he's not happy right now. You got a booger in your hair. Want to show off some of the things you've been doing? Can you feel your chair? That's your chair. Our physical therapist dropped off this chair. It's like the perfect little height. We have a little blue thing on there, sticky, so it kind of holds his butt down so he doesn't slide out. We're gonna sit in the chair. Reach out. Play your piano. You're very good at playing your piano. Part of the goal with him just sitting in the chair is keeping his legs at a 90-degree angle here. No, at a 90-degree angle. And just trying to get him to be more weight-bearing in his legs. One of the things we practice with this, Mommy's gonna move your piano out. Can you reach? Piano's right here, buddy. You can reach it. Hands out. There it is. Hold on. You happy now? Mommy's gotta put your shoes on. Get your foot back. All right. Part of the chair with moving him away from the piano is making him reach out, which means he has to be more weight bearing in his legs and has more control with his legs and then bringing himself back. We were fortunate enough to get this from my friend. We're borrowing it. It has been amazing because we knew he would like it. It took a couple times for him to actually get the hang of bouncing. This is also great practice for weight bearing in his legs, but we really want to work on where his feet are. Part of the issue with him without shoes is that he likes to be on his tiptoes. The shoes allow him to be a little bit more flat-footed for the most part. We just have to correct his feet a lot because he gets going, he gets a little crazy. One of the games our physical therapist suggested we could try, bringing his legs backwards, making him stand straight. Say stand, 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 and letting go and say jump, jump, jump. Ready? Let's stand, 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 stand. Jump, jump, jump. Good job, Jens. I'm gonna let you play, okay? Woo! Going crazy. Good job, buddy. Yay! Jensen! Okay, so obviously yesterday we were running around, and we had to drive an hour for his appointment. I really loved the doctor that he saw yesterday. It was basically a doctor from the Center of Disability and Development, and she basically gave him this overall wellness exam. Checked him from head to toe. It was great. We were there for an hour with the doctor specifically. It was just really nice. Like, she did a great job and just really made sure she was checking things thoroughly. So some of the things she found, she didn't really say too much about, was right below the breastbone near the xiphoid process, if you know where that is, but it's just like where the rib cage meets at the very bottom of the breastbone there. He has a dent in his chest. Maggie! Maggie was just drinking my coffee. I don't think it's a big deal unless it gets to a certain point and then it's putting pressure on the lungs and heart. Is this too loud? You're crazy. Otherwise, the other thing that I was like, I feel like something's not right here. She was doing his reflexes and kept doing it and kept doing it. She came back to it later and then she got better ones. I don't know the technical terms for things, but she scored him at 1 or 1A for his reflexes out of 4, which isn't the best, but since his muscle tone is okay, she's not too concerned about it. If his muscle tone was lacking a little bit more, then she'd be a little bit more concerned. So I'm sure that's gonna be something to just look out for. I did show her some videos of Jensen with his tremors, when his arms go straight out, his legs go straight out. I was trying not to read into it too much as far as epilepticness. And there's infantile spasms, which kind of looks very similar to what Jensen's doing, but Jensen still seems aware in his face. We sent the video to his neurologist. We're gonna see what they say, but we're expecting to have to do an EEG. I'm a little anxious about getting that test done and just making sure that we are in the clear, I hope. Actually, we have a meeting here with his group for his PT, OT, cane teacher, vision teacher, and the coordinator. I've been doing this with him for a year now, just going over his progress and what else we want to work on. And lastly, I just want to say that I have missed you guys. You might not have missed me, but I have missed you. I feel like this is just an outlet for me because I have been off for a couple days, and I don't mean like off of work, like I'm kind of off. I think it's because I miss this outlet of sharing our lives and sharing what Jensen's doing and just talking about things. We're just very busy the last couple of weeks, pretty busy coming up, but to come back, I think I'm just gonna do videos every 2 weeks and start from there until things start picking up with this guy. And lastly, if you are a carrier for Norrie disease, please let me know. I'm collaborating with Remember the Girls. They feature different X-linked diseases every month, and come November, the first Wednesday of November, they're gonna interview me, and that's gonna be up on a podcast. The following 2 Wednesdays is either gonna be an educational webinar, and then the opposite Wednesday is gonna be a group chat for any carriers with Norrie disease, just to speak freely about their own experience of finding out their son had Norrie disease, but also if you feel like maybe you do have symptoms from the disease that the doctors don't really care or notice or what have you. And then the last Wednesday of the month is gonna be another Norrie carrier that wants to share their story, and it's just a little interview, podcast, whatever. So if you are interested in sharing your story, please let me know. If you're interested in just joining in and listening to any of these podcasts, let me know. Or you can find Remember the Girls on Facebook and add yourself to the private group, which everything will be posted on there as well. Please check it out come November. All right, bud. I'm really hoping we get to go to the zoo today. Mwah. So we're just at the zoo with Jensen with Grandma and Grandpa, and it's for Grandpa's birthday. I'm just re-exploring and reading all the signs to Jensen this time around since it's a little cooler and not as hot as the last time we were here. Right, buddy?
Bald eagle.
Someday it'll be open again. We can pet the animals. Listen, Jensen, you can't walk in. Alright, we had a fun time at the zoo. Something was kicking. Yep.
Hey.
You got a souvenir. Eventually bring the toys with us and have Jensen feel which animals we're looking at.
I like that.
Talk about it.
Awesome.
All right. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So we're back from the zoo. This is the other thing that Jensen knows how to do. You're doing a great job there, kid. Having some heart palpitations here. When we were at the zoo right before we got onto the carousel ride, the children's hospital called me about getting Jensen in for his EEG. The neurologist does not want to wait a week for him to have an EEG, trying to get us in tomorrow, and I work, and it's just a little bit of a cluster here because my days off are kind of taken the next couple weeks. Josh has a procedure in 2 days on my day off. Earlier in the video, I said I don't want to put my patient patients that I see behind for my needs. Tomorrow morning, they could get us in at the Children's Hospital, which is an hour drive at 8 a.m. And I am to work from 11 to 4, and it's a 2-hour test. Yeah, it just wouldn't work. I would not be able to get to my patient on time. I am in the midst of trying to figure out what to do. I told my manager I'm waiting to hear back from her. Otherwise, I guess I'm gonna have to call the office and I don't know, see if we can move 1 or 2 patients. I just feel bad for my patients. I know one of the doctors I work for said that family comes first, and I totally agree, but I don't know, it just kind of hurts my heart a little bit. I don't want to push people off, so oofa. All right, give it a couple minutes here, and I'm gonna give the office a call and see if we can move like a patient or 2. That way I can get into town and just head straight to work and take care of business. Wish me luck. Well, and we're back. Oh Lord, talk to my manager, it's all good. Talk to my clinic, they are just fabulous. We're just pushing 2 of my patients later in the day. Just super appreciative of their attitude. So we have an appointment tomorrow morning at the Children's Hospital. It's a 2-hour exam. After that, we're gonna like zip back home and Grandma's gonna have to take over Jensen, and then I have to go to work. And then my in-laws will be here after that, so I have to clean my house. Josh has to get stents put into his iliac veins because apparently he's got a syndrome where the arteries sit on top of the vein and then it collapses the veins and then the blood doesn't want to go back to the heart. So we're just doing big things in this house. Yay! I am so happy everything is working out as it always does. I'm hoping this kiddo jumps himself into a nap here soon. I'm gonna have to clean up the house a little bit and try to get through some medical papers. Probably gonna go eat the cupcake that's sitting in the kitchen. I think I deserve it because, you know, emotional eating is healthy. I guess I'll be taking you guys with me tomorrow, and this will just be one big vlog of eventfulness. All right, bud, we'll see him tomorrow, okay? Say bye. So I'm just trying to, you know, finish some tasks here. I'm not usually here to give you a play-by-play because I said, oh, you know what, I'll see you tomorrow. Then the neurologist calls me. She's like, okay, after his EEG, I would really like to see him. And I'm like, I can't. Obviously, Jensen's health comes first. Oh my gosh, I can't handle things. Just, hold on 1 second. Maggie! Maggie! Come here. Whoosh. Okay. Maggie! You guys, I'm losing it. I think she thinks I'm talking to someone. I'm talking to YouTube. Girlfriend, can we all just be on the same page? That'd just be great. Okay, neurologist, I was trying to explain to her that I see patients, I need to get back, and she's like, okay, that's fine. I told her that we have an appointment in 3 weeks. Wash my hair. And she's like, that is fine, we'll keep that appointment, but apparently they also like to do another EEG. For whatever reason, the phone was kind of breaking up, Jensen was crying, and Maggie was barking, so it was really hard to hear. My understanding is that we'll just do another follow-up one if this EEG is okay, but she's like, if it comes out to not be good for the EEG tomorrow, she would really like to see him because they have to have some intervention, because if they are seizures, obviously that is not good. I don't even know. I'm just gonna go tomorrow, hope for the best, and then I guess we'll just cross the next line. Oh, it's so much fun. Hopefully next time we see you, it'll be tomorrow, and we'll be on our way to Children's Hospital for Jensen's EEG. Fingers crossed. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to my craziness. Good morning, guys. I don't even know what time it is. 5:45. I could not sleep last night. Kind of got a headache. Don't feel great today. Super anxious. I really don't think that his little tremors have anything to do with seizures, but I think it's in the back of my head that, like, what if it is and I didn't look into it sooner and just feel like a bad mom. Last night I was looking into EEGs, how to prepare for them with a kiddo, comfortable clothing. They really want the child to sleep during the exam. And I'm like, oh gosh. Try to make sure he got up decently early here. I just gave him milk, and then we're gonna try to get there a little early so that we can feed him food so he's got a full belly right before. I think I'm gonna have my mom stay in the back seat with him and try to keep him awake for the hour drive just to make sure that maybe he is sleepy by the time we get there. Otherwise, I'm gonna start packing up the bags, make some coffee. I don't even know. Hey guys, I did not film any of Jensen's EEG. It's because the tech wouldn't let me, which is fine, totally get it. But when it came to like filming afterwards and everything that happened, we just had to leave the appointment, and I got home, got dressed, and went to work. So before I get into all that, I'm honestly just trying to find like the right angle in here to like not show my puffy eyes, because I am just so tired and angry. I know things could always be worse. I'm not oblivious to that, but it's just like Jensen should not have to go through this. Like, he's such a happy kid. but it's been a long time since I've felt like this, and I'm just getting knocked down again. So anyway, I don't really have any answers about the EEG fully, but I'll explain to you what kind of went down. So that was all yesterday, and now today I'm waiting for him. He's in a procedure to get stents in his legs, so like got a lot going on. Okay. All right, yesterday went up really early, kept Jensen awake in the car on the way up, fed him right when we got to the EEG waiting room. It was really hard because Jensen was crying, screaming for 50 minutes straight. They had to measure his head in just different areas, and they marked his head in multiple different areas. I don't remember how many leads they have to attach to his head. I think it's close to 30. Just, you know, it's a tedious job. Literally took 50 minutes of me restraining Jensen. I had him like swaddled and I was holding him down. My mom had to every now and again hold his face down so that he wasn't moving his head for the tech. So that was just hard. For the first 10-15 minutes, they do these series of flashing lights, which we're like, does he have to do that? But I get it. We don't know if he can see anything. So they did that. He was pretty tuckered out by that time anyway. And then he slept for the first 2/3 of it. So about 40 minutes, and then just started crying again. We settled him down enough. And then the last like 10 minutes, they're like, okay, we want him to actually be awake for this part. She took all the leads off, which did not take nearly as long. And then we went on our way, drove back home, changed, went to work. Got to work, got my patient on the table, and the neurologist was calling me. I hadn't started yet, so I excused myself, and unfortunately I told the neurologist that I had a patient on the table and if she could just give me the summed up version, which like now kind of stinks because there's so much information. I honestly don't know where to begin. I'm gonna try to do the most summed up version because I'm just sitting in my car and this is the most like exciting. Doctor called me. She said that the EEG was negative for infantile spasms, which is a form of seizure. So that's good. However, this is the gray area. It sounds like he is having signs of potential seizure activity in his brain, and that she wanted to start him on seizure medication. And then we were to go back and see her for our scheduled 3-week appointment that we had anyway, and she wants to do another EEG before that to see if the medication is working. I told her I will discuss everything with my husband. If we come up with questions, we will give you a call back. When I had the chance, I talked to Josh, and he came up with like a list of questions which were like great, and I just didn't think about because just wasn't in the headspace. I was at work and whatever. Go on like my chart, message the doctor all these questions. She goes, I think this would be better to talk about in person. Let's wait to start the medication until your appointment. Now we're supposed to wait 3 weeks to find out any more information. In the meantime, I'm looking in my chart at his results, and it's talking about different left-sided wavelengths and at increased risk for focal seizures, which focal seizures are, I think they're common. I think person experiences the seizure but is still aware of their surroundings, so they don't lose consciousness, which is very accurate to how Jensen looks when he does his little tremors. It seems like he's still here, but his arms and legs just really shake and extend outwardly. The other part that just like really stung to me was that there was also something about underlying dysfunction of the cerebellum. What does that mean? And like, what's that mean for our future? It's just so much. So there's just so many unanswered questions. I mean, I'm assuming it's nothing huge if they're not putting him on the medication right away. Overall, it's okay. It's just a lot. It's just another thing. I feel bad because he's had these tremors forever, and they asked us, how many times do you think he does it? And we were like, once a day, maybe. Yeah, no. I watched him. He like had 3 in the first 2 hours of the morning, and I'm just like, well, okay. We're just supposed to keep track of them until our appointment in 3 weeks, get more recordings of them happening. We have an appointment in a week for the Center for Disability and Development. I'm gonna work on trying to call and see how long that appointment is. They said it takes all day, but see if we can get an ending time and maybe see if the neurologist will fit us in since we'll be up at the Children's Hospital area anyway. I am so emotionally and physically drained. Just haven't felt like this for a while. Good times over here. To wrap this up, we have obviously more appointments coming up, so we'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. Please, please, please comment below, ask me your questions, let me know if you've been through similar experiences. I don't even care, just comment below. Love hearing from you. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. Hit us up on TikTok. I need to try to get more videos out. I'm just like slacking. Loving the weather. It's matching my mood. I'm just gonna not do a dang thing. See you guys next time.